the topic because I think it's an extremely, extremely important one. Not only to discipline the kids, but let's see how much we are disciplined. Okay. And the notes takers are here.
Yes, Rav, we're here.
Oh, very good. Okay.
I love the notes.
So yesterday we left off when parents come to complain that the child is unbearable at home, mamash is a terrorist. My question will always be, how is he behaving in the yeshiva, in the school? He's saying school is fine, he's okay. So something is wrong over here. Something is deeply wrong. How come in one place he is able to lift 50 kilo and in a different place is not able to lift? Is it possible? It's impossible. Or a person will tell you, only in my street I know how to sing. In the next block, I don't know how to sing. It's normal. So the moment that you hear that the child is behaving in school, in the house is not behaving, then we know we having a problem in our home. So one day, a father came to me. He said, I have a very good child. But he is driving the whole house crazy. He says he's like a car. Never stops. He's jumping on the couches and on the chairs. He will scratch you. Even sometimes he break the furnitures. If look, he is opening every drawer that belongs to the parents. And he takes whatever he wants. No fear bechlal. He is laughing at us. And we don't know what to do. We're frustrated, we don't know what to do. Our child is not disciplined. So listen to what I ask. Right? If you'll hear something like that, right away you say, oh boy, this child needs pills, probably needs to go to therapy, right? I think somebody else needs therapy. Okay, but we'll see. So I was asking, did it happen once that your child went to the closet where the menorah is from silver and he took it out and he threw it on the floor? He says, no. How about did he take once your hat and he smashed it or did something? Or he took the hat, he said they were looking for frisbee. He said, you know what? I don't have. Let me go home. My father has a hat it looks like a frisbee. Let's play. Did he do it once? No. Okay. Did he took once the purse of your wife to the school? He said no. Okay. Why not? If he is a meshuga, if he is crazy, what does he care? What does he care? Why some items yes and some items no? So right away he told me, no, my son will not do something like this. Rabbi Haimoff. My son will not do something like this. I told him, why, according to you, he will not do that? What will stop him? So he didn't know what to answer me back. And then he said, if he will do something like that, he knows already how many smacks I will give him. Good. So I told him once I saw Avrech that saw me on the street while I was going shopping somewhere. And he said, you know, Rabbi Haimoff, I saw once a lady chasing after a child on the sidewalk, and she running after him. She says, Moshe, if I will catch you, you see what kind of makot I'll give you. The child, he couldn't care less. He continued to run. Mommy said, if I'll catch you, I'll whack you. But when he came to the edge of the sidewalk, just before he goes down to the street, he stopped. Even though the mother chasing after him and she's very close now to catch him, he didn't go down to the street. So he said, I went to the child and I was asking him, why did you stop over here on the sidewalk and you didn't go down to the street? Your mother wants to hit you. You know what he was answering? If I'll go down to the street, then I know for sure I will get makot. What happened over here? Can you tell me what happened?
He knows he'll get away with whatever he's doing. But the street is already, it's not a game. He knows that the mom will punish him for sure. So consistency maybe.
So what happened? Why the child decided not to go down to the street, but when he ran away on the sidewalk, he didn't pay attention to his mother bichlal. What happened?
He has the inner discipline.
What?
He has the inner discipline already that he's not supposed to do that. He knows.
What does he know? What does
He
he
knows
know?
not to. He knows not to do that. He's disciplined already inner.
I think he knows his mom was bluffing. That's something that she wasn't disciplined on herself, and he knows that he can get away with it. But really, if he went into the sidewalk, that would like cross that threshold, and then his mom would lose it.
What about how the mother reacts to when he is in the street, whereas opposed to when he's on the sidewalk? Maybe different reactions?
He knows when Ima is serious and when Ima is not serious. He already knows all the tricks. Listen to this. You can write it down and put it on your fridge to read it every morning. After Birkot HaShachar, you have something to do. Kids, they know very well between a threat that you mean it and a threat that you don't mean it. They know you. If you're threatening, have credit or not.
Rabbi, they notice if the parents follow through. If they threaten and never follow through, that's the same thing with teachers. If a teacher will say in school, I'm going to call your parents, I'm going to call your parents, and nothing happens, the kids know, I'll do it again, nothing's going to happen.
That's what happened all the time. So now the kids, you have to scream, shout, yell, why? Because he knows already that what you're saying have no teeth to it. You're not going to bite them. So many, many times when the parents coming to complain to me, I say, you know what? I think the best one to explain what's going on is the kids themselves. They'll tell you exactly what it is. It's amazing to see how come the kids are so determined to check how much we are, we have a backbone, and the boundaries that we're setting up is a boundary from papers, or it's a boundary from cement. And how much koach we have to stick to our words. I'll tell you what happened. Since we're busy with so many things in one shot, so sometimes I say, okay, no. So they don't have the worry that you have. So they say, today, Ima caved in today, meaning the boundary is not that you did it without even thinking. They say, okay, no, I have a headache today. Okay, go do. The kids don't take it like that. He said, this is not important. They're not going to neglect anything, any fault that's coming from us. Right the way they're there. They're going to happen. And they interpreted that we are weak people. And they're going to use every hole in this boundary that we set up, every small hole, like a mice, they'll go in and they'll get what they want. And we, the authority that we have at home, the moment that you have to start to scream and threat, your authority is over, you're not in control, they are in control, and you screaming and shouting. How many parents are here say, if I don't scream, they don't listen to me? They want you to scream. If you stop screaming, they're gonna start to be afraid. What's going on? Why am I not screaming anymore? Try to change the tactic, and you have to change this tactic, of course. You see how the kids, all of a sudden, they're losing it. They don't know what's going on. Because they're not used to you being strong. In the beginning, every child, pay attention, he wants to obey the laws because he don't know yet his parents well. But one day, we let him cross the boundaries. We're doing it. Because he becomes a nudnik. Mommy, 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 mommy. Oof, okay, go. Go, go. Opa. So you're losing your patience, and you're giving up, and you're giving in. So who taught him now how to cross the boundaries? Who taught the child now that he can, that the boundaries are worthless? Who is the teacher?
The mother, the parents.
Parents.
So why are we complaining? They do what they're supposed to do. And we're teaching them to do whatever they want. When the time goes by, every child knows the weaknesses of his parents. And he knows how to use it up to the last. As much as they can use you, they'll use you. Naftali came home. Naftali. He wants a candy. Ima says, not before the food. I prepare food today. First we have to eat. Then we'll see. Then I'll give you a candy. Now, no. You think he'll give up?
No way.
No way. Mommy, please. Mommy, don't be mean. Mommy, don't be mean. I want a candy. Don't be stingy. It's only one candy. I'll eat, I promise you. And she says, no, you're not gonna get. You can scream until tomorrow. First, we're gonna eat. Until now, you're okay. Yes, until now, you're okay. Now he's shifting gears, right? He shifts gears. Now he starts to cry and to yell. And then he get into a tantrum motion, laying on the floor, kick with his legs. And what he's saying to his Ima, something that you don't like to hear, all of you. I don't like you, mommy. You're not a good mommy. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. He gets you where he knows he can get you. My child saying I'm not good. Ah. And he is threatening, I'm not gonna eat until you're gonna give me a candy. Why? He knows, Ima, if you don't eat, the whole world will cave in. So they use the food now as a weapon. Ima trying to explain him, begging him to stop. He is continuing precisely, I want my candy. Now Ima put the food out and the food starting to get cold, and every wife, when the food starting to get cold, they nerve system becoming very hot. The food is getting cold. Okay, but said that. Who said that you have to eat it hot? They have their own rules. Okay, you have to eat it hot. And the screams of the child already make a hole in the head already. Mommy already have no nerve system left. And she surrendered. She gave him the candy on the condition that from now on, you're going to behave and you stop being a nudnik. What do you think he will say? Of course, right? Does he mean it? Does he mean it?
No.
Like he becomes a politician.
Salesman.
Of course.
It's like negotiating with a terrorist.
That's a good one. Now Naphtali learned something. When I said Ima is evil, Ima she's bad, Opa, that's turned the whole thing upside down. So now you have a new weapon to shoot at you. You're a bad mother. Who taught him? Who taught him?
The mother.
That's it. The best school how to be not disciplined is at home. You have to put a sign outside, welcome to the school of not disciplinary. A new school.
Can you explain that again, please? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said.
I'm saying that every house is a school that teaching how not to be disciplined. It's a very good school, actually, like Oxford. Hola. You taught your child now how to squeeze you. Are you aware of what we're doing? We're supplying them weapon in order to shoot at us. You became the teacher and said, hey, I'm giving you ammunition. Put it in the rifle and you shoot right over here. You see here? Shoot at me. That's what the parents are doing. They're teaching the child how to shoot at them. And we don't know that even. I know that whatever I'm saying now for all of you is news.
We're not aware, Rabbi. We're not aware of it.
Okay?
It's just naturally coming, you know.
Okay. So we're supplying them.
Rob, I have a question. If you're constantly like really being difficult with your children, and yet you do get children who are disciplined, don't they resent a parent like that because you become like a drill sergeant?
You'll be surprised, I'll tell you soon. This kind of an attitude if you set up boundaries, there is no mercy. A boundary is a boundary. within the boundaries, fine. If you're trying to be Mr. Wise Guy, I know you cut it off. It's not gonna happen. It's also, I don't have to explain you that what you said, yes, of course, from now on, I will behave, is not worth even 1 penny.
Rabbi, just a question, going back to the mother who, with the boy who crossed the street, who didn't want to cross the street. I didn't understand. So how did the mother, what did she say to him that he understood that he's not supposed to? How does she set the boundaries?
Because he knows at one time he was trying to cross the street and his mother whacked him.
Oh, so she hit him.
Oh, yes.
So now that's how he knows not to do it again.
He knows that he might, when it comes to the street, she's serious.
Okay, and it's that allowed?
Sometimes, yes, if the child put himself in danger, sometimes you have to give him a smack. They remember it until the last day.
Mhm.
Who says the child's not going to hit somebody who doesn't do what he wants them to do?
No, they understand that they were in a dangerous situation. Imagine your child is playing with electric.
Mm.
You're not gonna come with the candy and say, take a candy, maybe.
No.
I give him a smack. What's the matter with you?
I don't know, because I grew up, my 3 of us, my parents never hit us, ever.
Again, did I say to hit?
No.
No, but when a child is putting his life in danger, what are you gonna do? You have to live in a subconscious, like this child, I'm not gonna go down to the street because it is dangerous.
Rab,
Yeah.
I hear people would tell me that, like, when it comes to grandparents, they say, "What is this?" My parents would just look at me, and with their look, I was already afraid. Like, I would do what my parents would say. So, what's the reason that today, the children, they don't have that yira? Is it because we let them get away with things?
Again, that was only outside discipline. What happened when the parents were not there?
I don't know, but my mother-in-law said that we were always afraid. We did exactly what our parents told us, whether they were home or not.
No, when the parents were not home.
No, she sounded like she's behemet. Like she said, we would never get out of the line.
When the parents were there, yes.
I don't know. She said my father was a big rabbi and he was very strict. And she said that one look of his eyebrow with his eyesight was like enough for them.
I grew up like this. Don't tell me.
And why our kids are not like that? Why, if we do that to them, they'll just smile and laugh at us?
But when my father was not there, what do you think I did?
Whatever you wanted. Whatever you did, whatever you wanted. Really? I thought that kids back in the days were strict, like they would listen to their parents even when the parents weren't around.
The parents were nothing to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Everything is outside. Again, how many people you know that they see you on the street? they're smiling at you, but behind your back, they can stick.
Oh my God.
Okay, okay.
So our
That's
kids are
exactly what it is. That's called outside discipline.
Mhm.
You have to behave nicely. But that's not what we're looking for. And that's why I brought again, and I tell you again and again, the difference between when you walk inside a public school, everybody is behaving on the hallways, you see. If you go into yeshiva, oh Allah, Habibi. Once I walked into yeshiva, I thought I'm in a war zone. They took a chair, and the Rabbi chair, and they're going there, almost they got in me. And I was smiling. Why? Because I was not better than that. But when it comes to inner discipline, a child can take a candy, look at it and say, no, it's not kosher. Go do it in a public school. Or the child say, today is your Shabbat, is muktzeh. Go tell go tell them over there, if it's muktzeh, you're not allowed to touch. They're going to look at you. But this child has inner discipline.
That's so true. Yes, yes. You see the difference between public school kids and yeshiva kids.
Outside, they're very good. Outside, they're walking here. She'll tell you.
Right, right.
Right? Who is the teacher over here in the public school? Abigail.
Yes,
No.
Rabbi.
How they're walking in the hallways.
Elementary school children still walk in line, but middle school kids, they don't walk. There's no walking, Rabbi. They're, first of all, they're in their phones like this, and then they in shoving, and the kids are taller than me. Sometimes they think I'm a kid, so they shove me. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about elementary school.
Elementary school, the kids are very good. They walk because the teacher is there, but because the teacher is there. But when
the yeshiva just opened the door of the class, you see getting out of jail. Imagine a parent walks in. They say, what? I'm not going to put my child over here. There's a bunch of animals over here. Bunch of animals. Otherwise, all the animals will be like them. Otherwise, our head is upside down. We're looking always for the outside. We're not interested in the inside.
Rabbi, these non-animals have a new thing now in school. It's a tic-tac thing. They do something to each other in the bathroom, or their big thing now is to steal something from the teacher's room. These non-animals, Rabbi. This is new. But they walk on a straight line, though. People in prison also walk on a straight line.
They walk on a straight line as long as they're not drunk or there. You know, once, I'll tell you a joke. One policeman is stopping a driver, he says, you smell from alcohol. Come out. He said, I didn't drink. He said, you smell alcohol. Walk on this line. Okay, if I see that you're walking straight, I will let you go. So he went, he said, why the line is not straight? Why the line is not straight?
The line is crooked.
The line is crooked. That's what it is. Okay. Let's go now, going to sleep. Right? That's what triggered me to start these classes, because I said, how come I miss to speak about discipline? Why? When I heard what's going on, going to sleep and to wake up is a war zone. Okay, here we go. Pay attention, please. You're telling to the child, it's 7:30, you're going to sleep, Habibik. It's time to sleep. Is it, Mommy, I'm just about to finish 2 more pages, I'm finishing the book, 2 more pages. Let me finish. Usually what we're gonna do, say the truth.
No problem.
2 pages, okay, okay. Finish it and go. Wow. Because Ima don't know that he's trying to earn more time. Or he says, Mommy, we're just about to finish the game. Please, Ima, 5 more minutes. Ima, 5 more minutes, okay? Oh, okay, good. And Mommy says, if you're not gonna come in 5, if in 5 minutes you're not gonna stop, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do? Did you say? No. So he continuing to play 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Pitom, he become a slow reader. He cannot read all of the 2 pages, takes a long time. And Mommy said, you said 5 minutes. What's going on over here? Did you see once a car that's passing by and the dog runs after the car and says, whoa, 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 whoa? Yes? Did the car stop? Ima, she is barking, and the car continued to drive. The child is doing whatever he wants. You just barking, that's all. So now, if you want to change now the tactics, and I advise you strongly to change the tactics right away, don't expect that in 1 day or 2 days, these kids already become soldiers. Patient. The child will try again and again to see how serious we are. And we're gonna stay there like a rock. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5, it may take a week. But when the child sees that's it, so then it will register that the game was changed.
Rav,
Yeah,
can I ask a question?
go ahead.
I told my son that when he wakes up in the morning, he has to make his bed. And he didn't. And right when the band came, I kept telling him, you have to make your bed. And I didn't let him sit on that van until he made his bed. Is that the right chinuch to do that?
Why?
The man just came. He's like, I have to go. I said, yeah, but I told you that you need to make your bed before you leave.
So now everybody has to wait on the van because your child didn't fix his bed.
No, but there's nobody in the van. They're the first stop.
How about the driver?
No, yeah, the driver.
And then he comes late for everybody else.
It was just a minute difference.
A minute?
Yeah, he didn't do it the bed the way he was supposed to do it. He just did it chick-chack, 1, 2, 3, quickly. They made it messy, but like, is it okay?
So you tell a child from a night before, I'm expecting you to fix your bed before you go into school. Let's say he went without fixing the bed. You don't touch this bed. And you don't change no sheets, nothing. You leave it the way it is, even for 5 years. When the child says, why don't you change, why you change everybody and not mine? I said, when you keep your deal, I'll keep my deal. Did you use it once?
No.
So you're teaching him to use you and abuse you.
Even if I tell him like the night before that, Michael, you know that you need to wake up and you need to make your bed in the mornings. He'll say, Ima, I can't. You know, I'm always rushing in the morning. I tell him, yeah, but you need to learn to use your time wisely.
Okay. I understand that you have difficulties. I understand. But I'm not going to do it for you. You have to learn how to deal with that. So the bed will stay like that.
Mm-hmm. What if they're very like little? I don't think they really care if the bed is made or not.
So why you should care?
Because I'm a neat freak.
So you have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
It bothers me to see a messy bed.
Okay. So one day we'll speak about OCDs, you know. I have a class for that. Okay. Okay. That's not the topic of tonight.
You have a class for OCD? I need one.
Can that be the next class when
I-
we're done with discipline?
Oh,
I also need, everything has to be clean and neat and but this is the personality now.
Yeah, it's
You
personality.
can't change it. You can't change it. Yeah.
Okay. So now, and the child, when you put him to sleep and you see that the tactics changed, he will come even more radical. He will try everything, but you're going to stand there like nothing will going to help you. You're going to sleep.
Rob, what if the child keeps coming out of his bed? Do you just tell him firmly, go back to your bed?
Then you're going to tell him, if you're going to get out of your bed, we're going to have to punish you, which he don't believe.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't believe you. But when you're going to punish him, okay?
Can I tell him that you're not going to get your favorite snack tomorrow?
Yes.
So
And
We can
Anyone?
consequence them with food.
Ma?
So we can give them consequences with food.
You have to know that you're serious.
Mm-hmm. Right, like your word is your word. That's it.
What if you have an older child who abuses the reading of they read too long, and the next day is a school day, and then it's too hard for them to wake up. You don't want to treat them like a baby. I mean, that's high school student. They just started high school.
Uh-huh.
It's not healthy to be up so late, and there's a whole day ahead. So then we have to threaten we're going to take away a book at a certain time.
What is he reading at night?
Just like books for pleasure after homework. For fun. It's not like, it's not like for school. It's just for fun. But they get carried away. They just like to read, and it doesn't matter what time it is.
You can be now only advisor. Tell them, if you think that what you're doing will help you.
Right.
That's all you can say. Now it's time to talk to them, to explain them, you're a teenager, you're building yourself up. It's not going to help you. It takes you 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. You have to continue to explain as a friend.
Right.
Until you see that what you told them they met, he is not doing well in the yeshiva.
Right. Right. She told me today, I put my head down during recess. Obviously, it's taking a toll on you, reading so long, and you have to function the next day.
So you tell him, I think you're old enough and wise enough to do what is right. And leave it the way it is.
Thank you.
You signal him a signal, I trust you. Everybody is entitled to make a boo-boo. You're old enough to be responsible. Come on. You're a friend, advisor, not a parent.
Thank you. We'll try it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. But don't try only one time.
Right.
At least for 1 month, at least. If you're lucky.
Thank you.
So now, until now, the kids are squeezing us, using us, and we're teaching them at home to be users. And not too far from being abusers. You have to implement in your house discipline, and you have to follow rules. Life is following rules. Where he's going to work, he's going to get fired wherever he goes because he doesn't know what rules means. Don't you see in a workplace, sometimes you see people coming on time like a clock every day. And sometimes they're coming on time, sometimes they're an hour late, half an hour late. The boss is very upset, scream at them, shout at them. Where did he pick that up? So now the parents, you have to understand, and I will emphasize it time after time. We have to be consistent. Don't budge. Don't budge. The moment you budge, you lost. And no screaming, again, no shouting, no faces, no threatening. Look. Sadikel, we're going to sleep. I don't want to sleep. Sadik, we're going to sleep. Let's go. Calmly, he knows there is authority over here. He can depend on you. Soon, I'm going to see. I'm going to tell you what it does to a child. You don't have a chance to be successful, to implement discipline, if you yourself is not disciplined like you should. So now, more damages, I have to tell you. When you're not consistent and you're not successful to implement on the children discipline, strong one, without any hesitations, not only you destroy the discipline in the house and life in the house become impossible. How many mothers today are tired, exhausted, frustrated, they don't know what to do. It comes to a point they don't want to bring children anymore. They say, I cannot handle this. That's how far it can go. But the worst thing is, you're hurting your own kids. That's the sad point. You're damaging them. Not only they're using you, your weaknesses, they becoming your, your copy. To become weak, and that's how they're going to be in life. Weak. Who did it? You. Why? They're copying you. That's what they see. So we're growing kids which are weak. I want you to write this down. It's extremely, extremely important what I'm going to say now. Much more that the parents want the children to be disciplined, the children wants much more that the parents will be strong. And they looking, yawning for the parents to put for them boundaries. Could you believe what I'm saying now? I'm still in Queens. I'm not talking to you from the moon.
Yes, Rabbi.
Okay? I'm still here. The kids wanted more than you. They want strong parents. They want you strong. And when they see that you staying or what you're saying, they're becoming mentally healthy. Why do you think today so many kids are they losing their mind? Why? Because the parents are weak. They have no koach, they have no patience. They're not going to learn. They're not interested of hearings. Okay, take. Okay, take. Leave me alone. Take. And the child becomes the children feel much more secure with parents that know how to say no, it's no.
Rabbi, can you please repeat it again? I'm sorry. Much more that the parents want the children to be disciplined.
Yes.
The children want the parents
to be strong. And they should place on them boundaries. They want boundaries. Every psychologist will tell you that kids likes boundaries. They're losing themselves when there is no boundaries. That's why they're acting up. Do you know in the army who was the best? A captain? Who was the best?
the disciplined one.
Disciplined one. The soldier knew we have somebody to lean on. We have security. We have a person who knows what he's doing. And his word is a word. And he's not going to budge. You don't know how good it feels. As a grown-up, I'm telling you. The captain that taught us, you know, we felt so good next to him because he was sending vibes of, you can count on me, I'm not going to budge. And when I give you an order, you better do it. And whatever you told them, first you do what I told you, then we'll talk. So to the parents, I'm saying, if you give instruction to the child, do this, they say, why me? Later on, we'll talk. Now I told you to do it, do it.
So meaning
it's
the
not fair.
parent,
Mommy, it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. Okay, it's not fair, I hear you. I said it, you do it. Then we'll talk. And if I have to say, I'm sorry, I'll say sorry. But right now you have to do it.
meaning you have to order them and you have to tell them.
They have to know what are the boundaries.
They have to, yeah. There is no if or but or shum davar.
How do you deal with children that answer your questions with questions?
Meaning they are very good Jews. Jews always, when they will ask you a question, somebody will ask them a question right away, they will answer you with a question also. Okay, good. But what is the scenario? What did you ask him?
Happens to me all the time.
What?
I can't think of anything now, but it happens to me all the time.
Okay. Next time that it will happen, write it down and you'll tell me what was the scenario, and we'll deal with that.
Thank you.
We'll deal with
Can I
it.
give you a scenario, Rabbi?
Yeah.
Today, for example, I gave my kid 15 minutes of playing iPad a game. I said only 15 minutes, and I put on the timer. And I said, okay, you have your timer. You have when it's 15 minutes, you have to close it and start your homework. When it was already 15 minutes, so he didn't want to close it, and he's asking me why can I have more? You used to give me more time. So, and I explained to him before, I said,
No
we have a
explanation.
limit.
No explanation.
Before I said, we have a limit for 15 minutes and that's it. Then you have to start the homework. But he's arguing and asking me the questions, why am I not giving them
That's
more?
what he wants, no? He sucked you into his game.
Right. So I just said no. And if you're not going to close the iPad, I'm going to take it away. So I'm always telling them, I don't know, you're saying right now not to threaten, but it's like I'm always
It's
telling
not
them,
a
if you
threat.
don't do something, I will take it away, or I will you do something, something
Listen
else.
to me.
But
I hear what you're saying. Listen to me, listen. Before you give him the iPhone to play a game or I don't know what, you have to make a deal with him. I'm giving you the iPhone for 15 minutes on the dot. I'm not gonna take, I have to say, I'm in the middle, 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes. And I'm telling you in advance.
I did do that.
If you're not gonna stop, I'm gonna take the iPhone. I'm not asking you, Bichlal. I'm gonna take it, and you're not gonna get it until you're gonna learn to keep your words.
That's exactly what I did.
Good. So why did you handle with him? Why do you have Bichlal?
But what I'm saying is that, Rabbi, they always ask why, or argue, or
We'll talk about
get
it.
into a fight with me.
Take the phone right away. Take the phone.
Right, that's what I do.
And it's not threatening you.
So
it's not, you said in advance, that's what's gonna happen. I warned you, and you're fine.
So when you're saying that kids know when you mean it, the threat, and when you don't mean the threat.
Absolutely. You take the phone and tell her, tomorrow you're not gonna get it, Habibi.
So stick by the threat, like whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Stick to it. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
If I'm threatening, just stick to it. If not, otherwise, don't say anything at all. Don't threaten.
Don't call it a threat. Call it a deal.
Right.
We have a deal.
Yeah. Deal is better. Yeah.
Keep your deals.
Or keep your word.
I don't like this word threatening.
Right. Because otherwise they feel like you don't mean it.
Everything that you're going to do with your child in advance, you're going to tell them, okay.
I always tell them in advance, but they still ignore, Rabbi. They ignore,
Because
they pretend like you don't hear.
Again, they know that you're weak. Somewhere, somehow, you caved in a few times. Yes or no?
Lots of times.
No. You can't even give in one time.
Right.
Then they'll take you seriously. So don't start with Ima. Ima, you don't start.
I just don't want it to become a fight all the time. That's the
Not
problem.
a fight. Why
It's
a fight?
It's always turning to a fight.
What? I don't understand. You made a deal. 15 minutes. You take the phone and say, Shalom, I say that. What's the fight?
I mean, like in everything else also. It's not only this. Like homework time, bedtime, everything is an argument. They don't take it seriously, yeah.
Homework is not your problem. It's his problem. You're gonna go, okay.
But the problem is they don't start on time, and then it becomes a delay, and then bedtime is a delay because then they start later.
You finish your homework on the bus.
Don't let them finish.
No.
They scream and
Him. Good.
Or make them wake up earlier to finish it. That's what I do.
We're going to sleep. I see you. Or if this is what's going on in your homes, why? Of course. How can you manage like this?
it's very hard.
Of course it's hard. It's impossible. What do you mean hard? It's impossible.
They just want to come home and play, you know, they want to do homework.
Did I say don't play? Play?
I give them 30 minutes to play. I
Amano, that's it. What else do you want?
There's not enough time. They have to be in bed by 8 o'clock.
They want to see what you're gonna do. And if you're gonna stick to your words with all the protests and they like you. You're building them up. You're doing a service to your children. You're building them to be normal.
Like Rav says, stick to your guns.
Stick to your guns. Tell me something. So people who have 10 kids, 15 kids, according to what you say, that all of them have to be long time ago at LIJ.
Yeah, how do they really raise kids? 10, 12
I
kids?
really don't know. My 2 kids are like 10 kids.
I told us to do it.
When you don't know what to do, even one is too much.
Right.
When you know what you're doing, even 20 is not enough.
They're constant.
They know what they're doing. No,
They know what they're doing.
they
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
They have rules at home and everyone should follow.
Rav, I was like that. I knew how to take advantage of my parents. I was very spoiled. So when I grew up, I knew that I had to change the tactics with my kids. So I knew how to be firm with them because I was a bad one myself.
At least it did not destroy you, which is mamash a miracle. It's a miracle. Okay, good. You're smart enough.
Thank you.
Okay. To be continued. I'm
Rabbi,
not
can I
done
ask
yet.
you?
Yeah, you can ask me a question.
So if you set boundaries, let's say, and then you say no phone, and then grandma comes and sees him crying, oh, what happened, and then she gives it to him, right?
No way.
Right, so how do you
Ima,
control
please
that?
don't interrupt. Ima,
Mm-hmm. So you just say, please don't interrupt.
absolutely. I know, to be a grandparent, oh, wow. It's difficult. We wanna spoil them, wow. I'm telling you from experience, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
But I'm always asking the parents, can I do it? Can I give them? Is it okay with you? Yes, I never do something on my own. Always asking their parents. Because it's their kids. I had my kids, they have their kids.
Even though you're Rabbi Haimoff.
Even though it's me. I'm not doing things on my own. Ever.
So we definitely should ask. Yes.
The kid comes, Saba, give me chocolate, please. But trust me, I'll give you 5 of them. I said, okay, good. But we have to ask mommy. If mommy says okay, I'll give you.
Even for chocolate, okay?
Even for chocolate, yes. That's part of discipline.
Right.
Okay. I want to wish all of you Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. Thank you.
Enjoy your Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
And I'll see you Motzei Shabbat at 9 o'clock in Mirza Hashem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Rabbi.
Another
Very
question.
nice shiur. Very nice shiur. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Rav,
Shalom.
let's say you have a situation where you go to your relative's house and you tell your child that whatever they're eating is not permissible. The child it's not reliable. You can't eat it. And so the child ends up not eating that. And the grandparent is there and she says, why don't eat it? It's fine. It's okay. And she's like forcing the child to eat that certain food. Like, how do you react in such a situation?
It's a very long discussion and you're not going to like what I have to say. So I think that we have to leave it for
Next time.
yes, it's no good.
But is it even okay to go to relatives if they're like that, or is it far best to stay away from them?
Just said it.
But Baruch Hashem, my child, she was strong. She kept her mouth closed. She said, my mom said I can't eat it.
Thank you for doing my job. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, Rav. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat